Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to Fog's World. Welcome back. I got the perimeter finished. Look at that. Now, a couple of things to consider. If you're going to use sugarcane to do a perimeter like this, you need to make sure that on the outside of this perimeter, there is always a water block. Because if you don't have water, so like this, like if... I don't have the right stuff to show you. But, well, let's just jump in and I'll show you on the inside. So you have to make sure that you've got a water block like this, one level below your sugar cane. Because what's going to happen is we're going to go around and we're going to remove all the water from the inside. And if there isn't a water source block down there, well, you know what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen is the sugar cane's going to break. And then it won't be holding back anything. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do... Oh, and one other tip. While you're building something like this, it's actually really cool because if these guys start to shoot at you, all you have to do is swim through, and that breaks the beam. So you just keep swimming back and forth while you build it. So anyway, the next thing we need to do is we need to start removing all this water. And if I were to just start plunking sponges down in here, it wouldn't be effective because what would happen is I'd break a bunch of water around here and then all the water source blocks over there would recombine into infinite springs and it would fill back in with water. So what we need to do is we need to partition this space up so that that doesn't happen. Now you may have already noticed that I've already removed all the water from inside the structure. That's pretty easy to do because you've got walls around, so you've got partitioned spaces. But the outside, not so easy. So what I need to do now is I'm going to build channels that are walled off about 4 across. So like right about there. Right on this guy. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to put a bunch of sand right here. Once we get this first one started, it'll be easier because then we'll have a sand block to build on. There we go. And now what we just need to do is fill this whole thing up with sand all the way across. We're going to wall it all off. And yeah, it's going to take a lot of sand, but we kind of have to because if we don't, we're going to end up with too much water, water source blocks, and it's all just going to fill back in. So I'm going to go ahead and build sand channels across all of this. We only need enough sand to do 2 walls all the way across. And I'm starting at the deepest side, so that should help me figure out how much I need. But I'm going to extend this all the way across, and then I want to extend another one all the way across over there. And by doing that, stop making noises at me. If I do 2 walls... then I can remove all the water in between these, remove this middle wall, and leapfrog it over to the other side, and then just keep going. So that's the plan. This is going to take a long time, though, so I'm not going to make you sit through this. I'm going to go ahead and do it all off camera, and then once I've got the walls, the first couple of walls in place, then we'll come back and we'll discuss removing the water. Oh, and he's trying to shoot me. All right, see you in a little bit, guys. Alright guys, I'm just about done here. Whoop! Stupid guy, what are you doing? I'm not kidding, stop it. Where is he? Who's zapping me? He's right there, isn't he? Get out of here. Yeah, they've changed the mechanics of the arrows a little bit. Alright, so here's what I've done. I have used sand to drop walls that are 4 blocks wide. Now, oh, I forgot my sponges. Let me go get the sponges. Back in a second. Back in a second. Alright, here we go. Like I said, I've blocked off 2 rows here. Each of these is 4 wide. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use sponges to drain away the water in both of these. And then, once I've done that, we'll take this sand wall and we'll move it out there. And then we'll just keep leapfrogging across until we've got rid of all the water. As you can see that this is narrow enough that I can do this and actually drain all the water from it. Like this. Without having it fill back in on me. So anyway, this is going to take a little while, of course. And obviously I don't have something set up here to replace all the... remove the water from the sponges right now. I'll need to set up some sort of set of furnaces to do that, which I haven't done yet. But we'll take care of that in a little bit. Until then, I'm going to go ahead and work on draining all this. And, whoops. We'll be back in a minute. Alright, well I'm partway through the process here, and it's a bit slow going. I first started by going all the way down to the bottom there, but I think instead I'm going to try and slowly bring it down from the top, because otherwise you end up with these sponges that are out of reach, and it's really hard to get to take them out. It's really hard to collect your wet sponges back. So instead, I'm not going to do that anymore. But, you know, you just kind of learn as you go. But the other problem that I have now is I've got all these wet sponges and I need to dry them out. So we're going to do a little bit of building so that we can get rid of that problem. Now, rather than just go ahead... Actually, I don't think I'm going to do it that way. Rather than build the complicated contraption that I did over at my base, I'm going to build a simplified version here. We're going to go ahead... Yeah, actually, I think I will, because I want to be able to get around. I'm going to lay down a little bit of a sandstone platform here. And the only reason I'm doing this is so that when I go to collect it when I'm done, it's easier. It'll be easier to pick it up again. I'm going to lay down a chest. We'll put it right here. Oh, it's getting dark. I should go sleep. Hold on a minute. I'm going to go sleep. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back now. Okay, so rather than build the elaborate machine I built before, I'm going to build a cheaper one here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we need to put 10 furnaces on top of this. Whoops. Oh, you there? Thank you. Whoops. I'm not off to a good start, am I? Okay. So and then we're going to put 5 hoppers on these. Stop bouncing. Stop bouncing. We're going to put some sandstone on this end. Like that. And I'm going to want you back. Thank you. We're going to come back over here. I need to get back up on that. So here. We're going to do you this way. And I need that. Doggone it. One more block of sandstone, please. Although, actually, I guess I could have gotten away without it. Actually, no, I need it. I need it. Never mind. Oh, darn it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't do that. All right, we're back. Whoa. Man, my I am just fumbling around here. I am not doing all that well. I need you. Oh, I forgot to bring regular rails. I need a regular rail. Ah, doggone it. I could have done this better, you know. And I didn't bring... Oh, gosh. He's going to try and shoot me. I need to go get some regular rail, and I will be right back. Back in a minute, guys. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. I'm back. I brought a rail. I can put it there. And now I need to power this segment here. And that actually won't quite reach all the way across, so I'm going to put it in the middle here, and that should do it. Yep. And then I need to put that there is already there. Okay, good. And now what I want to do is put the minecart chest there, but I can't see it to do it. There, now it's there. Okay, so the way this is going to work is I'm going to click on this dude, put all the sponges in, push the button, and it will go across and back. I'll have to do that a couple of times. And now it should be empty. Yep. And we should have 4 sponges in each of these. And so now all we have to do is load this up with blaze rods, and this will be more than enough blaze rods, I think, to get me all the way done. That's the hope anyway. Should be, I would think. Oh, stop it. Jeez, guys. These guys won't quit zapping me. But anyway, so now I have a very cheap and very easy, very efficient furnace, and it shouldn't take me too long to get 40 dry sponges again, at which point I can continue draining these water channels. So I'm going to go ahead and continue doing that off camera, and as you can see, it doesn't take very long at all to get these done. We'll do that off camera, and I will talk to you again in a little bit. Alright, well, I've managed to clear out the first row, and let me tell you, this is a lot of work, even with the sponges. This is really a ton of work. I don't know if it makes sense to keep doing it this way, to be honest. I'm thinking that the old-fashioned way might be a little better. And by the old-fashioned way, I mean it might be a little bit better to just continually drop sand here. And basically drop another line of sand right here, then remove this line, then drop it there, then remove this line, and just keep leapfrogging like that. Especially since I think getting this next row here is going to prove to be even more difficult, because I won't have the wall of reeds along there to use to protect myself from the nasty little laser beams, which is a real pain in the neck. These guys are vicious. They've hit me a few times. And I can, you know, when I'm along here, I can dip through the reeds and avoid most of the beams. But in the middle here, I'm not going to have that luxury. So that does worry me just a bit. So, yeah, I am not convinced that this is really going to be such a great way to do this. I'm thinking I might do a couple with the sand and see if that works any better. So let me do a bit with the sand, and I'll see if that progresses any faster than what I did there. I'll talk to you again in a minute. Alright guys, well, after a little bit of experimentation, I think I've come up with the right way to do this, the best way. What you do is it's kind of a combination of what I had originally planned to do with but only doing it a little less aggressively. Instead of doing it in strips like I had before, I'm now doing it in cells, and eventually I'll move to using 4x4 cells like this. So we're going to come in, we're going to fill in a wall, and takes a minute to do it. A little bit of sand and you're there. Come on. Going a little slow here. There we go. Okay, and once you've got a little cell like this, 4x4 should work just fine, but right now these are 3x4, but still, you know, pop that in there, and now it won't be able to backfill. The other thing you want to do is you want to put a torch on the sides that can be safely removed so that you don't accidentally remove the wrong sides. So then we can go like this, we can pop one down there, jump over to it, remove this one, and we're just going to staircase down just like this. And that way it makes it easier to remove these guys on the way back out. Actually, we probably ought to be doing these on the corners, huh? Make it a little easier on ourselves. So just reach way down a corner like that. Pop this guy out. Reach way down into a corner. Way down into a corner. Oh, that's great. We got ourselves a little thunderstorm going on. And the nice thing, of course, is that it doesn't backfill on you. So it's real easy to just work your way right down like this. Collect all your sponges at the bottom. They've got nowhere to go. And then you just look up there, figure out which walls can be removed. Why, it's the ones with the torches. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and remove these walls. And I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. This is going to take me quite a while to finish. And you guys don't want to watch me do that, right? It's not particularly exciting, I know. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all these off camera, and I'll keep working. But that's about all we have time for this episode. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed what you saw, thanks a lot. Leave a comment, leave a like. It helps people find my videos. I really do appreciate it. I've really enjoyed seeing all your comments lately. I've seen a lot of comments, and that's great. One thing I'd like to mention, though, is if you do leave a comment, and you expect me to reply, you really need to use... Whoop, where'd you go? There he is. You really want to think about using a Google Plus account, because if you don't use a Google Plus account, I can't reply to your comment, because since YouTube moved over to the new Google Plus chat system, since YouTube moved to the new Google Plus comment system, if you don't use a Google Plus account, I won't be able to reply. So, not directly to you anyway. So, consider using a Google Plus account when you leave a comment. It just makes it easier for everybody. The other thing is, I'd just like to remind everybody that this is a family channel. I try to keep it clean and respectful, and I really would appreciate it if you guys would do the same in the comments. So please, you know, keep the language clean. Keep it something that you'd want your parents or your grandparents to read, or your kids. We'd like to keep this a friendly place, so I appreciate it. If the language gets too bad, I'm just going to have to delete it, and if it continues, I might have to ban somebody, and I really don't want to do that, because where's the fun in that, right? So just keep it polite, guys. Appreciate it. Anyway, that is all we have time for today. I'm going to go ahead and keep clearing this stuff out, and I will talk to you all again next time. Bye-bye, guys.